How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Rocking the aviators.
Yes.
Like it. You know it.
They're for men, but
Isn't but that's just your wardrobe, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, they're for men, but I wear them better.
Oh. Bugs everywhere.
Yeah, the joys of podcasting outside, which I think this will be a first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. So, we are rolling, but I always like to see if there's any funny preamble.
Yes.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Otaku Crypt Podcast. I am your host, Joshy T. Today, we are out having a picnic-style podcast on Toronto Center Island. And I am here with somebody who you have seen in videos spanning from when we first started doing video. You're one of the first.
Yeah.
I am here with Lana, known to many of you as Naru cosplay.
Yes.
Doing?
Hello.
How you doing, Bab?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day outside.
Yes. We were we came out here for a shoot naturally, and it's one of those inside joke things, almost.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
But it's like, well, we have cameras and time to kill. We should totally make that a thing. So just totally be ready for a video from us that is just chronicling the Eren Yeager Armin bromance.
Yes. Bromance.
And so, good to have you on the podcast. We've known each other for quite a while now, it feels like.
And you know what? I think it's been more than I think it's been 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
What? Whoa, that's
kind of freaky, eh?
That's a long time.
Especially when you think about your cosplay friends, right? It's always it seems a lot of the time it's a fleeting thing. Like you knew them at that one con, and then you're like, oh, they have their own group of friends, and you don't see them. But 2 years that we've been kind of hanging around.
Well,
more
I've
and
only
more.
started cosplaying 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Anime North was my 3-year anniversary, so.
Yeah. Whereas it was my 15 anniversary of going. Yeah.
Well, aren't you lucky?
I'm an old man.
If I realized anime and cosplay way before, I would have been doing it since I was born if I could.
I know. I'm an old man. I can't help it.
Nah,
I can't help it.
Nah.
So, but while we're on the topic, let's talk about that. What was the initial pull? What got you to come to that first Anime North?
Oh, okay, so it was YouTube videos. I saw people cosplaying, and I didn't know that this was a thing. I literally turned to my friend. I'm like, dude, I want to be Naruto. Can you be my Sasuke? And they're just like, no, are you serious? That's so lame. Like, we'll look losers. I'm just like, I don't care if I look like a loser. I want to be Naruto. So I bought my first wig and, got my outfit. It was all bought at the time. And I just went for it. I just heard, in 2011, I went, and that made, I realized that I could cosplay. And I thought Anime North was the only convention. And I'm like, I didn't know of Fan Expo. I didn't know of these conventions. So after I went in 2011, I'm like, 2012, I got to do it. I got to cosplay. And so I dragged my friend along and went there. It was a great time, even though I went for only the two, Saturday and Sunday. Or Friday and Sunday. I'm not sure. It's so long ago. And I met so many nice people there. I met mainly all the friends that I have now are people that I've met at my first con.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I have a bunch of friends here and there from different conventions and everything.
Yeah.
But Anime North 2012 was the big year for me for new people and opening up new doors.
That's cool. It's that's interesting. You're the first one to say that it wasn't word of mouth. It was YouTube videos.
It was YouTube videos.
Just kind of going to show that I think we're 5 years apart. I'm 25, you're 20, right?
Yes.
So just goes to show you, in those 20 years, that was the gap between kind of the internet generation of everything.
Oh yeah.
Whereas we were still when we first got into anime, we were mostly getting them on DVDs. DVD home distribution was starting to be a thing, but some of the stuff was still on cassette.
Yeah.
Dating myself here. But it is interesting to hear that, with that 5 years difference, you're pretty much the spearhead of that internet generation of anime fans.
You know what? I was watching anime on DVDs and cassettes too, though.
Yeah.
It was just classics that you gotta watch on the TV, like Dragon Ball Z, for example. Even Dragon Ball, you gotta watch it on the TV.
If you were not watching that, if you were not watching Dragon Ball at 8 o'clock, after you had after your parents made you dinner, because you're at home for this. This is the only way it works. You come home from school, have dinner, and then Dragon Ball's on. That is the best way to watch it.
Definitely.
That is the best way to watch it.
It's actually how I realized Naruto was a thing, because before Dragon Ball or after Dragon Ball, they would always have like random Naruto episodes. So that's how I became aware. I'm like, ooh, what is this? Ninjas fighting. Mm.
So did you catch it during Bionics when they used to have the Friday night anime blog?
Yes.
Oh, it was so great. My introduction to Naruto was very much before North American audience. It was when it was still sort of new and sort of still underground.
Well, in a way, like, I would like to say it's new because it's like less than 20 years old, but that's still, it's 15, like more than like 16 years. Mm-hmm. Like, holy.
Oh no, that's one that's been around for a while. But we saw Naruto for the first time. It was the president of our anime club, Pat. Good old Patty Pat, who the listeners know very well. She got a hold of bootlegs and showed us like Naruto bootlegs of the first season, and it was like where it was done by people who didn't really speak English well, so the subtitles like had horrible grammatic errors. Like the opening theme song, it goes, "I wanna rock."
Yeah, rock, rock, rock.
I wanna rock. Literally, the subtitle on that said, "I want rocks."
I want some rocks. I want some minerals. God, you crave that mineral in Naruto, don't you?
And the funny thing was, I was thinking about that song. It was so weird. They didn't use that in North America. They came up with that, the hood.
Yeah, it's so funny. That's a classic, though.
That version of a Benihana chef opening.
Yeah. Yeah.
With some rock riffs. And then by the second season, they actually started using all the Japanese songs.
But I liked it, though. I liked both, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was appealing.
Yeah. It was the progression of that show, and we're just going to have Naruto chat because you're probably the biggest Naruto fan I know.
I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the biggest fan, but
I have a couple probably give you a run for your money. But let's just kind of, that show having been on so long, it's a bit of a chore to still be into it. We were talking about this earlier where it's they are still covering the main manga plot, but they will do 2 episodes of flashback to every 20 minutes of fight.
They want to make money, man.
Yeah.
That's the main game.
They're filling a time slot, right?
Yeah, they gotta. Because the thing is the manga's finished. Mm-hmm. The second manga that they made for Sasuke and Sakura's child was already finished, right? All they have left... Spoilers. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's cool.
Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
Oh, no. Yeah. I want the rage.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not sorry. But all they have left is the movie that's coming out about Bolt, which is already spoiler in itself, just telling everyone that they already have a child, right? I'm not telling you who, but somebody has a child. Many of them. All of them. But all they have left is the anime. Mm-hmm. So they have to drag it out, or else how they're going to make profit from it.
Because I don't think those spin-offs took very well, like Rock Lee and his ninja pals. I don't think those took off.
I saw 1 episode or 2 and...
The little chibi shows.
Yeah. It was cute, though. You have to admit, though. It was cute.
And I just think... I knew this one girl who was in my anime club. I won't name names. But she was, we all kind of... picked our, everybody picked their favorite character in Naruto. It's got a big cast. So everybody started picking favorites. I knew one girl who was she loved Rock Lee, which was weird because he was the weirdo of the cast.
I know a lot of people who like Rock Lee.
And I can see where it came from, after the fact, because he's the underdog.
Eyebrows,
he's the underdog,
the
right?
Eyebrows and the bowl cut, I can't do. He's a great person. Don't get me wrong, but maintain the updo. But he's a cutie though. He is definitely a cutie.
Yeah. So watching that show is it's a bit of a chore to keep it up. But there are certain things that I have spoiled myself on from the manga that I need to see this translated.
I feel like it comes to the point where it becomes if you've been with Naruto for so long, it's either you literally give up on it or it becomes a responsibility.
And I'm in the responsibility phase, and I'm sort of in that with a couple of longer form shows. Fairy Tail, I don't feel like it's a responsibility because I am enjoying the new arc. I think the arc is like it's kicked up the intensity. We're into what's called the Tartaros arc now, and they're like fighting a guild of
I've yet to watch Fairy Tail. I'm like waiting until the right moment because I hear it's really, really good.
It is.
And like I want to see it truly. It just when I know something's incomplete and I have to wait, it drains me. Yeah. That's how I felt with Naruto, and like I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it again. That's how I feel with Shingeki no Kyojin. I have to wait a month for a chapter. I'm like, oh, great, thanks.
Yeah. And here we are complaining about the fact that we have to wait for new chapters and stuff to be online in a month. Meanwhile, 10 years ago we'd be like seeing if we could hunt down some obscure DVD copy of something at a convention.
I have to wait.
I still do have a couple of those that like. I think I will have to track them down on DVD because I don't think they exist anywhere else. And that's one of them is Record of Lodos Wars Chronicles of the Heroic Knight. It was basically this old anime that was like hilarious in terms of being like the formula for an MMO game or an RPG game. Like it's even in the second season, which is Chronicles of the Heroic Knight, they even have little placards when they're introduced that say their name in class. It's like Slain Wizard.
That's funny.
There's a lot of good shows from that time.
I have so much anime that I need to watch.
I know, and I'm like,
you have to make that list for me.
I'm going to make you a list, and I'm gonna give you like a list of stuff.
Like, guys, can you believe that I haven't seen Gurren Lagann? I haven't seen that. I hear so many good things about it.
Be ready for the feels.
But the thing is, I hear it. Oh, I saw my friends crying from it. But the problem is that there's like merch is so hard to find of it. And I know that the minute I watch it, I'm going to love it. I'm going to be like, I need some. But there's nothing there for me.
For Gurren Lagann, I got the very first North American release of it. This one was so early, it didn't even come with an English dub.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how on the ball I was with Gurren Lagann.
Subtitled and everything?
It was subtitled, right. But it was Aniplex put it out. Was the company that put it out.
Yeah.
And they literally just put out one version of it that didn't even come with a dub, and they did the dub later. And it's golden. Like you need to watch it. You need to be ready for the feels, and you need to be ready to scream "Pierce the Heavens" all the time.
I will probably do that.
Or
I already screamed Databayo. I need another thing to say.
Or Who the Hell Do You Think We Are? That's the other one.
Who the hell do you think we are?
Who the hell do you think we are? From Gurren Lagann. They have a lot of they're almost like bro catchphrases because it's all about like, indefeatable spirit, and like the guy who kind of like brings it to the forefront is very much like all about like, a man's spirit, like the super machismo, like not in an insulting way, but like, me and my bros are gonna make it happen through our sheer manliness.
Bro TP.
Yeah, it's a Commandant Simon. It's a bro TP, man.
I probably will bro TP that.
It is a really, really good one, and it's like, it is a 24 episode show that they have like 300 episodes worth of emotions in. It's really
It's only 24 episodes.
It's only 24 episodes.
I thought it was like seasons and like.
No, it's
how many seasons? Only one?
One. It's 24 episodes, but
then why was my friend crying so much? Is it that feelsy?
There's the feels, and it's also within. It's basically two. You could call it two parts. It's all one thing, but there's a time skip in the middle, a significant time skip in the middle.
Yeah.
They make you feel the feels.
Damn it! I don't know if I'm ready for this.
And it's a Gainax show, so if you know who Gainax is, that tells you everything.
Oh boy.
So if you ever saw, the same guys who made Panty and Stocking, same guys who made Fully Cool, the same guys who
I haven't even watched Panty and Stockings yet.
Oh,
is it good?
It is. Panty and Stocking is interesting because it is, if you're just watching it at face value, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
But if you realize that it's actually the guys at Gainax made this, and it's actually a satire on how the West views Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 15-minute episodes, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like 15-minute shorts, and then a lot of them are like pop culture references.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, in terms of like the language and content, it's filthy. Like Panty is like a relentless sex hound.
Yeah. Wow, I guess sounds like my kind of show.
It's pretty amazing, and like. But it is kind of like you do have to view it through a certain lens, otherwise it just seems dumb.
That's true.
But yeah,
So I definitely want to try that out. You got to make a list for me.
I will make a list for you. But while we're kind of talking about this, what would you say have kind of like influenced your taste? Like, I know that your two major shows, you like Naruto and Attack on Titan, those are your biggies. But what other stuff are you into, and what do you think like shaped your taste?
Anime-wise?
Yeah, shaped your taste to be that way. Or did like stuff outside of anime make you go to those kind of animes?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Legend of Zelda has been with me through the day I started gaming.
Yep.
And that has really influenced me to know, like, I want to watch an anime show that gives me a sense of adventure. So I like those. That's why I like Attack on Titan so much, because despite, some people say it's flawed or whatever, it gives me an adrenaline rush when I watch it. And no matter how many times I watch it, I'm hyped.
Cool.
With Naruto, I'm hyped. Like, it's a thing. With Dragon Ball Z, I'm hyped. It pushes that desire that I would like to be adventurous and everything into an anime, and that's what I look for.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So basically your taste in video games made you go for the adventure thing.
Yeah. Not even.
To add one to your list, and it's one I need to pick up too. I only seen the first episode. Is one called The Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh my god! I want to see that so bad.
I think it's really up your alley.
I hear that it's so funny and so great and so much like I just want to watch it now.
Yeah. It's
probably gonna go home and that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I enjoyed the first episode. I need to pick it up and get caught up. I made the mistake of getting into One Piece.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not dipping my foot in that water.
It was mostly because I'm like, okay, I have a bad memory of One Piece. I saw the 4Kids dub on Fox Kids back in the day, and that was like where they edited out guns.
Yeah.
To make them look like hammer contraptions and stuff like that, and got rid of blood and all this stupid censorship stuff. So I needed to watch it to see if it was anything like what I remembered, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
The original version of it is pretty badass. The characters are very aware of the fact that they're pirates.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. It was more like in the North American version, it was like, oh no, we're do-gooders who say we're pirates. And like, in One Piece, they're pirates. They fight the government. They steal stuff when they need it.
Good. At least they're being honest.
And there's a lot of fighting between other pirates because they're competing for the same thing.
Yeah.
So that part made sense. And then
aren't they what they're looking for? Is the One Piece? Is that the whole point of
the One Piece is, and it's great because the opening theme starts with a monologue by a guy named Gold Roger, who was the king of the pirates.
Yeah.
And he basically, as he's about to be executed, lays down the challenge to say, I hid my treasure somewhere out there.
Oh my God.
Go find it.
Wow.
And that's what
no hints, no nothing?
All they really knew is that it was in this one sea called the Grand Line, which is where most of the show happens, because it's like the world's most treacherous sea, basically. And so
makes sense. Put your treasure in the
and also you've when they get there around episode 60 of 700.
And no one knows what this treasure is.
No, not really. What it doesn't.
Don't get me into this.
No.
God damn it.
See, the thing is, I don't think it matters because whoever has it's the king of the pirates.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
But I want to be king of the pirates.
So does the main character Luffy. That is his thing.
Well.
He's by himself when it starts, and it's basically the progression of him finding his crew and him making the journey to hopefully become the king of the pirates. But he winds up entangled with other pirates and fighting the Navy, who is like the world's government, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And like I said, it was...
And because he's a protagonist, we have to like him.
Yes, and then throw in the fact that he, along with several other characters, have supernatural powers from eating a cursed fruit. They're called devil fruits.
I want to have one.
And the main character, Luffy, ate the gum fruit, which makes him a rubber man, so he has stretchy limbs.
And sweet.
And it's a very fluid thing. It's a good device for them.
It's like Fantastic Four.
It's very much that.
Anime style.
It's very much that. So, and then there's tons of people who have these powers. They're not scarce. There's a lot of people who have powers like this. But the rub of it is, if you eat a devil's fruit, you lose your ability to swim in an ocean world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So you.
How do you lose your ability to swim? How does that even work?
They say that it's because
it's a skill. You just forget it.
They say because it's a cursed fruit, right? They say that eating one and
Probably there's something chemicals.
No, yeah.
Let's get scientific on anime, guys.
Exactly. Let's make this make sense, right? And the fact that, there are places in the Grand Line that have no current. That makes no sense.
Yeah. What?
As I said, it's, not to get too much into the show for people who haven't seen it. It's been around forever, so it's on episode 700. It was far different than what I remembered.
Yeah.
And especially in some of the characters.
Seems interesting now. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
I got into it. I'm sorry.
To be honest, now, One Piece sounds a lot more interesting than Bleach.
And I was a Bleach fan for a long time, and it still holds peace in my heart.
No, I watched 6 episodes, could not do it.
Oh, okay, then that's your problem.
No, it just wasn't for me. The concept wasn't for me. It has nothing to do with the plot. It reminded me of Death Note.
Oh,
that's the whole point.
Sorry, Lana, I'm gonna have to get you to do this just so you have like the clear understanding of there's a seagull fight happening.
Yeah, it's. I can't look away.
the joys of podcasting outside. Bleach is a fantastic show with a slow build.
I can't do that. I need something.
It's a 20.
Fast.
It's a long running show. So like I'll give them this. It's a 20 episode build. You have to get to episode 20 before you're really into the nuts and bolts of the show.
I don't know what it. But the thing is, I feel like that's what I can decide if I want to watch. I can't do slow build. Yo, they're circling us. It's so funny. I think they're wondering what this equipment is.
Is that food? It looks like food. I'm gonna eat it. But so that was Bleach. You got 6 episodes in and just couldn't.
I just couldn't. It's not even like. Oh, poor Claire. She's running around trying to get the seagulls away.
Our assistant for the day.
Yes.
Very helpful. In
very
helpful.
helpful.
Away. Thank you, Claire.
Now they're just making noise to be little shits.
Yep.
But what we were talking about before I got distracted with the birds.
It's saying that,
Oh yeah, the Bleach thing. It's I'm pretty sure that the plot is amazing. I just don't. Maybe it's the way that the build to the plot was just unappealing for me, for what I enjoy, and to each their own, right? Like for you, it was great, you liked it, but for me, I just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, and I've said this before. I was so into Bleach that I became obsessed with the Bleach musicals.
Wow.
They're rock musicals, and they're fantastic.
Seems like fun.
They're really good. Maybe that's what we need to do. You need to just watch the musical because you get the whole plot in 2 hours with catchy songs. Like maybe
that they're also making a Naruto theater production.
The live action one. Yeah.
I'm excited.
The makeup tests on everybody were pretty insane.
Yeah, and they're gonna do that every time they perform.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna.
And that was anime stage shows have been around. You need to look a few of them up. They were a thing in the early 2000s, 2000, 2010. There were ones for, there was a bunch for One Piece, but they were interesting because they were done in more the huge malls. Mm-hmm. Those malls that in Asia that have the big pavilions, they would set up stages and they'd perform them in these giant malls. Whereas Bleach's was very formal. It was set up a stage, people buy tickets and watch it, and it's, has this long of a run. And they did, I think, a total of 6 of them.
Wow. 6
individual shows. 2 of them are joke ones, they're improv-y joke ones. Yeah. And they're fantastic. But yeah, there was one for Prince of Tennis. Prince of Tennis?
That's something I also have to watch. Oh my lord, I am not going to have a laugh.
You like the sports animes. You really got into Free, right?
Free.
Yeah.
And Kuroko no Basuke.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I really like those two.
But yeah, they made a stage production for Prince of Tennis, and what they did for the matches was they had a spotlight be the ball. So they would be knocking a spotlight back and forth.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many episodes is that?
That's a stage production. So there's a couple. I don't know if they only did one of that, but there was these musical stage productions were a huge thing then.
Damn.
I'm surprised you haven't found them.
Okay, well, I have to get.
I will send some to you.
Is it on Netflix?
Straight YouTube, because these things have.
I know Shrek the Musical is on Netflix. I'm so ready to watch it.
Oh goodness. It was true that our favorite moments of those movies were the karaoke bits, but so why not just get down to it and have a musical?
Yeah, I would do the same, to be honest. No lie.
Yeah. So, like I said, Free was definitely one you were into.
Yeah.
And you actually pulled off the cosplay amazingly.
Oh, pish posh.
Because you have a gift, a certain gift that let me get to this. You have a gift that is very handy for a cosplayer, and that is the ability to be incredibly androgynous when you want to, right?
Oh, please.
Like,
that's such a compliment to me.
Right?
You have no idea.
No problem.
Thank you.
But I do kind of want to talk to this. When did you realize that ability? When did you say, like, you said right away, I want to be Naruto. You wanted to be a guy character.
Well, I've always been masculine. Like, my gender has always been fluid. So the concept of being manly, being, like, strong and that, like, have that, air to me wasn't a very difficult thing for me to, do. It was more like when I put on my Naruto wig, I realized, oh, okay, I can pull off being a boy, like a 12-year-old boy. I'm like, I wish I could. Over time, the makeup has really, helped me a lot because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't look like a guy if I didn't have it on. But I think it's when I got my new wig for Naruto and I started like doing other characters. Where I'm like, oh my god, I feel like no one can tell if I'm a girl or a boy.
Yeah.
It's great. It was really great.
And I loved doing this thing. I did a feature of you for your birthday.
Yes.
And I purposely made it, like, ordered it, so it was like guy cosplay, female cosplay, guy cosplay, female cosplay.
Yeah.
And then I showed it to people. It's like, this is all the same person.
Really?
Yes.
What did they say?
They're like, really? Like, yeah, totally. And it was
That's great.
It was really fun because I know in recent years, like, you've found a lot of confidence along the way.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's really great because it's, very... The funny thing is, you'll be scantily clad regardless of the gender now. Like, you have your free costume where you're like an open shirt.
Yeah, open binding.
Yes, and that was amazing.
Thank you.
You did such a great
Flatter
job on
me, stop it.
I will just keep pouring the praise on.
Oh, please.
No, and I think that's, like, just a sign of one of the fun things of cosplay.
Yeah.
Is to throw away who you are to be somebody else, and you not only did it across, like, with a character, but across gender. And that's just awesome cosplay to me, I think.
Thank you. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
The fact, because I feel like people do have both masculine, feminine, maybe not even both, or, they do have both. And I feel like taking that to your advantage is the key to not only happiness, but to, sharing it with people. Because at the end of the day, looks are looks, right?
Yes. Yes. And cosplay is about having fun, and you wanted to have your fun being a guy character.
Exactly. That is exactly what I wanted to do. And I feel like people could miss out on this opportunity if they don't realize that it's okay to be a dude if you're a girl or be a girl if you're a dude. I feel like, I know I've seen so many guys crossplay so much better than I actually fit that character as a girl, and I'm like, bravo.
Yeah. Almost comes to, like, down to the base features you happen to have and your talent in the makeup, right? But I said it's also been great watching you grow as a cosplayer, and also, like, you finding your confidence has been fun for me to watch, I think.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, because the very first thing we ever did was your Naruto thing.
Yes. That was
a sexy no jutsu Naruto, basically.
Yeah, bikini shoot.
No, the first thing was just you.
The regular
outfit,
the
but with the wig.
outfit, yeah.
And you shot it with Chelsea. And you were unsure how to be feminine in cosplay.
Yeah, because I was at a point in my life where I was exploring my feminine side because I'd always been masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was fun because, like I said this earlier, it's because of that I really know you as a feminine woman,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
And I know
say so.
I know you have the ability to turn it to the other side and be more masculine when you want to. Really, you're just like a rounded person.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd like to say that too.
Really, you're just a well-rounded person in terms of, concept of gender or, aspects of gender in your personality. But it said, I have always known your feminine side, and I have loved watching the confidence of your feminine side come out. From that, all the way from you not knowing how to be cutesy in a Naruto costume all the way to an amazing boudoir shoot.
Yeah, that was a big step for me.
And you looked ravishing, hon.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
And it was rewarding. It was rewarding for me to see you be that far along in your confidence.
Thank you.
Rewarding to me as your friend.
I think it comes to the point where you realize that that shame is so like skewed nowadays that the idea of being sexy or being cute or being like open and feminine is something to be put down, and I don't think so anymore. Like I've kind of like redefined it in my own way. That, you know, I do boudoir. I did a boudoir photo shoot with Chelsea, Alice Nor Cosplay Photography, because it came to the point where I'm like, no, this is something that it's okay, and I want to do it, and I feel safe doing it, and that's why I should do it, because it opens new doors, and like I was able to see myself in a way that I've never thought I could ever do, and that in itself was a reward.
And I said it was rewarding for us close to you to see that you had found that confidence.
I'm glad.
It warmed my heart to see you be that happy with yourself.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and enough with the flattery.
So much flattery I can take before we can't breathe with my ego.
I'm seeing the blush creep in under like the big sunglasses that you're wearing.
Guys, what are you talking about? No, not at all.
Okay, but yes, so you know, we'll make this a bit of a shorter podcast. We got a boat to catch.
Yes, we do. We do.
Well, I'll just kind of what's on your radar for anime now? Is there new are you like you said before?
What's
you know,
on
you've
my
got
radar.
Yeah, anything like you've heard buzz about that is just like I've got to watch that.
Yeah. There is. I recently finished Kuroko no Basket. I recommend all of you guys see it. It's like Super Saiyans but basketball.
Okay.
Like literally, I'm not even joking. Like you're going to understand it when you watch it.
Them finding very, very weird ways to make basketball exciting.
Yeah. But it's great though. It's like it's like boys just playing ball. That's really what it is, and it's great. But I do want to watch the 7 Deadly Sins. That's something that I'm interested in. What else? I hear Tokyo Ghoul is really good.
I've been hearing a lot about it.
But the thing is, people have been telling me to read the manga and not watch the anime. And I don't want to know why, because apparently like it's a spoiler if they tell me why.
Okay.
But I hear that, so I'm weighing my options right now.
I tell people that for Shaman King.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Shaman King manga is fantastic, and the show veers off the path a bit and then gets cut abruptly.
Yeah.
Whereas the manga has a complete story that is fantastic. And it's one of those.
Yeah.
I think.
I like
so,
it.
7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins. What else? Tokyo Ghoul, potentially. There's, I don't know. There's like, I have like a list.
Yeah.
I should have brought it with me.
Yeah.
I should have known. But like, what else? You were telling me. I have to watch Gurren Lagann.
Yes.
That's something I do have to watch.
I think you have you need the Foundations animes.
I need to go back in time.
Yes, and I've been recommending this to a lot of people. Like, I think a lot of animes coming out now are very good, but we are just coming out of this time where I think we had a lot of archetype animes, which basically they were cookie cutter skins of other shows. And I think we're getting away from that now. I'm very happy with a lot of the shows that are out now. But during a time like that, I love to recommend to people to go back in time. Find the oldies and goodies, because when anime was first coming out, that was the place to create interesting stories without limit. Like, they were not preoccupied with any concept of what the show should be.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah.
That's something. I like how I'm nodding and no one knows that I'm nodding, so they just think that I'm just being silent.
I guess I make good points.
Yeah, you do. I have nothing to say. Just like nod my head.
I'm sorry.
Nod.
I'm an old man otaku, so like I've been at this
it makes
for so
sense.
long.
Exactly. You know what's up. That's it.
And I was the type of anime fan who like when I found out that anime was a thing, it was like I want to see everything.
Yeah.
So it wound up in me watching like a lot of stuff from that came out from like 85 to 95.
Yeah.
Before like anime really hit the mainstream and like your long form super shows were the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's and I'll do one last question on this, and then we'll go hop in line for a ferry here. The Attack on Titan live action, excited or worried?
I already am not looking forward to it. We have to come to terms that no matter what live action stuff or movie is happening, it will never follow the original plot. And I am already so disappointed because this is not a spoiler. This isn't a trailer. So that the fact that the person who is supposed to be replacing Levi kisses Mikasa. And I'm just like, it's not about romance. It's not a romantic show. It shouldn't be. They're titans killing. When do you have time to romance? If you're it's different if you want to be a citizen and you want to reproduce and fall in love with it. I get it, but the one thing I like about Attack on Titan in the show, the actual anime series, is that it's nothing to do with romance. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about it. Now is not the time to be falling in love, and I like the fact that they're so into it that it revolves around their life because they can't it's not their fault. Yeah.
There are people being cracked in half like crab legs and being eaten. We got to do stuff.
I get ships and everyone likes shipping people and whatever. I get it. It's a thing that's never gonna stop. But I'm glad that it's not being introduced in the show. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about it.
Cool.
And kudos to the creator for doing such a good job with it.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm not.
My whole last podcast was about live action adaptations.
I am not ready. First of all, I'm comparing this, Attack on Titan to Dragon Ball Z, the live action, and Avatar. I'm so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And if it is, I'm not gonna be disappointed because I already predicted it. And if it's not,
you called it.
There we go.
All right.
That's what
Alrighty. So yeah, that was a nice little
chatty chat.
Little shorty chatty chat, and I'm just always happy to see you. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, always great to hang with you.
Yes,
and
it's always fun.
So where can everybody find you online?
You can find me on Facebook. www.facebook.com naru.cosplay with 2 Y's at the end.
Yes.
And then you can find me on World Cosplay too. If
Awesome.
You want, just write Naru. There can only be one of me, so
cool.
I'm not complaining.
All right.
And that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, always great to have you. I'm sure you'll be back when we have more of a formal sit-down area. We'll do a longer one.
I'm sure everyone just loves the children and the seagulls screaming.
And while we're staring at can we make that boat?
We probably won't.
We probably won't. But
it's okay.
But so keep an eye out. We were here shooting another fun video.
This is very jokesy.
It's very jokesy and fun, and it really fits into this thing I wanted to do of kind of breaking the fourth wall on characters.
Yes.
Putting them in situations that make no sense.
But that's what makes it so fun about it, right?
And so yeah, keep an eye out for that video, and also keep an eye out for. We are settling into a weekly schedule on the Otaku Crypt, so
yes,
we're going to have unboxing videos every week. We're going to have the anime review show is making a comeback with a brand new format, and Fridays hopefully will be the game night with the boys from the Gamepad. Yes,
that's exciting.
So it's hopefully going to be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule with the podcast interspersed in between. And then, videos sporadically when they come up and I get them done. I'm doing a lot of work here, folks. Just bear with me.
Praise him.
I love you so much for your patience.
You're doing so well. A+.
Thank you.
Josh.
Thank you. You love me. You really,
I really
love
do.
Me. Thank you. And thank you once again for listening, everybody. You can always find us on the social medias. Otaku Crypt is everything. And, of course, the main hub of everything is otakukrypt.com. So, again, thank you to Naru.
Thank you so much once again.
And thank you to everybody for listening.
Yes.
See you, Space Cowboys.